Hi, I'm Yan Chen. In my last video, I shared a vision for housing in St. Paul, build high-density housing near transit, preserve single-family neighborhoods, and support first-time buyers with entry-level homes, increase home ownership, freeze up rentals, and preserve older homes, keep them affordable. Now here is the key. I want to do all this without raising your property tax rate. In fact, I believe we can lower it. Sound impossible? It is not. If we correct two costly mistakes our city has made for many years. Let's start with the first. Many people think St. Paul has a higher property tax rate than Minneapolis because we have more nonprofits. But that's a myth. Both cities have a similar share of tax-exempt nonprofits. One of the real reasons is our overuse of tax increment financing, or TIF. TIF uses future property tax to fund today's development. It sounds good on paper, but in practice, it removes new projects from tax base for years, just like nonprofits. Today, 8% of our property is in TIF districts, and 20% is nonprofit, meaning 28% of St. Paul doesn't pay into city services. The rest of us are left to cover the difference. TIF is initiated by the city council and approved by the mayor. Because the process is complex and often sounds promising, it has been overused, shrinking our tax base and driving up a property tax rate. Between 2016 and 2025, St. Paul increased its use of TIF captured tax capacity by 30%, while Minneapolis reduced theirs by 65%. That stark contrast is one of the reasons that explain why St. Paul's property tax rate is now higher than Minneapolis. Why is TIF appealing? It promised to fix blight, but without addressing the root causes. We're just masking problems. Sometimes TIF helps, but too often it doesn't, and we repeat the same cycle with no accountability. I'm not saying we should eliminate TIF, but we must reform it. Let's bring in experts, set stronger standards, and stop using it as a default. That alone can help restore our tax base and lower tax rates over time. If you followed me this far, you've seen one of my core values, transparency. As a scientist for 30 years, I've learned to follow evidence and explain complex problems clearly. And I will bring that same mindset to City Hall. In my next video, I will cover the second major mistake and how we can support both renters and homeowners without raising property tax. Thank you.